Memorial Day weekend is upon us, and as we unofficially start the summer months, we're going to be dodging some raindrops as a potent storm system is set to begin in the Central Plains on Saturday and will basically take up much of Memorial Day weekend, traversing the eastern two-thirds of the country. So let's go through our weather headlines for this weekend, starting off on Saturday, where the severe weather barrage continues in the Central Plains. Areas that have seen multiple rounds of severe weather and multiple EF4 tornadoes are back under the gauntlet again, as Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa are already under a moderate risk of severe storms issued by the Storm Prediction Center. And as we shift into Sunday, that severe weather threat does not go away, but does shift just a bit to the east, as we're going to be seeing the split between the Missouri, Mississippi, and Ohio rivers become under the gun, as we're going to be seeing eastern Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and portions of Kentucky and Tennessee under the gauntlet there on Sunday. We could be seeing some of those showers push into the northeast on Monday. Probably not going to be as severe, but still going to be dodging those raindrops. And we could be seeing heavy rain at that, with slight risks of flash flooding issued by the Weather Prediction Center for every single day this Memorial Day weekend. This is a very potent system that we're watching, very winter-esque in how it is kind of formulated, and we're going to be seeing heavy rain from the northern plains to the northeast and the central plains to the southeast. Nobody is really going to be spared from the strength of this system as it pushes throughout the eastern two-thirds of the country. Maybe the southern plains will be kind of spared, but that's pretty much it when it comes to east of the Rockies. West of the Rockies, though, we should be seeing some showers kind of push their way into the Pacific Northwest, but the Southwest looking like the best place to be this Memorial Day weekend, with plenty of sunshine to go around there. So we're going to break this down one day at a time, and we're going to start off here with Saturday. So as we get into Saturday, we're going to be seeing that severe weather threat kicking off. And where we're going to be seeing that severe weather threat kicking off is the heart of the country. Now, this is going to be the very beginning of this severe weather threat, and right as this low pressure is starting to kick off and really start to churn in the central portion of the country. But let's start with the west coast and work to the east. Seattle, 57 degrees is your high, 49 degrees your low. You are going to be dodging raindrops, though, as we are expecting showers in the Pacific Northwest. As we move down the coast, California, going to be seeing some cloudiness, but mostly clear skies, especially in Los Angeles, with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Actually, 60 degrees your high in San Francisco, so the low 60s there. But Los Angeles, 65 degrees as your high, 57 degrees your low, and in San Francisco, 51 degrees is your low. As we move into the mountainous areas of the country, Denver, going to be dodging some raindrops there as this trough ejects into the Central Plains, but we will be seeing highs in the 70s, 74 degrees going to be your high there in Denver, 49 degrees will be your low. As we move into the Central Time Zone, Dallas, Fort Worth, 91 degrees. Very warm in the southern plains, and 91 degrees as well in New Orleans, with clear conditions in the southern U.S. 77 degrees, your low in both of those spots. But as you move to the north in the central time zone, things start to get a little hairy. Nashville going to be dodging some early showers there with a high of 83 and a low of 71. The Twin Cities and Chicago should remain spared from the precipitation. 73 degrees your high in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Chicago 76 your high there with clear skies. As we move into the east, the northeast is going to be the place to be on Saturday, with Boston being clear, 72 degrees your high. New York, mostly clear skies, 81 degrees your high there. Washington, D.C. could have some raindrops late with 84 degrees as your high. Atlanta, 87 degrees your high, again dodging some raindrops throughout the day. And Miami could have some evening thunderstorms with 91 degrees being your high there. Along the coast, looking like 60s in the northeast as your lows and 70s in the southeast as your lows. So as we move into Sunday now, we're going to be seeing this start to churn. This low pressure in the central portion of the country going to get its act together and start dumping rainfall. But again, let's start in the west, where the Pacific Northwest still going to be seeing some rainfall. Seattle showers there with a high of 58 and a low of 50, so a pretty chilly day respectively for Seattle. But as you move down the coast, perfect conditions, crystal clear skies in San Francisco and Los Angeles. 63 degrees your high in San Francisco, 65 degrees your high in Los Angeles, 52 degrees your low in San Francisco, and 56 your low in Los Angeles. The Southwest is going to be the place to be this weekend. Beautiful conditions every day of the week, so they're going to be getting a little spoiled there. As we move into the central portion of the country, Denver going to be seeing a high of 72 and a low of 47. Going to be seeing some raindrops early, but that should start to move out as the day goes on, especially into the evening hours. The Twin Cities going to be seeing some showers there, potentially heavy at times, with 65 degrees being your high temperature there and 45 degrees being your low. Chicago could be at the center of some of those severe storms, as well as that heavy rainfall, with a high of 72 and a low of 59. Going to be dodging raindrops pretty much all day there. And as we move down to Nashville, this is where we could be seeing some of that severe weather. Thunderstorms going to be at play in Nashville with a high of 88 and a low of 73. Dallas-Fort Worth, again, going to be warm with 95 degrees your high and 75 degrees your low. New Orleans, 90 degrees your high and 78 degrees your low. Going to be remaining very clear there in the southern plains. As we move to the northeast, should be seeing some raindrops early, but those will be moving out. Mostly isolated showers, so not going to be having everybody dealing with some rain, but the majority of, especially New England, could be seeing some raindrops early. 74 degrees your high in Boston, 59 degrees your low with those showers. New York City, 81 degrees your high, 66 your low. DC, 84 your high and 69 your low. Atlanta, 90 degrees your high and 74 degrees your low, still dealing with those showers. And Miami, once again, your typical afternoon thunderstorm possible, 91 your high and 80 degrees your low. As we move into Monday, Memorial Day itself, it looks like the western half of the country is going to be much better than the eastern half of the country. Seattle going to be seeing some raindrops early, but we should be seeing those start to move out throughout the day. 68 degrees your high and 52 degrees your low. San Francisco and Los Angeles, man, you guys are getting spoiled. 64 degrees your high in San Francisco, 66 in Los Angeles, 53 your low in San Francisco, 56 in LA. Clear conditions there. As well as in Denver, going to be seeing clear skies, 75 degrees your high, 49 degrees your low. Could see some showers stuck in the mountains, but in the actual metro itself, should be spared from some of those showers. Dallas-Fort Worth could see a bit of a cool down, but not by much. 91 degrees your high, 72 degrees your low, still clear in the southern plains. New Orleans, mostly sunny, 91 degrees your high, 77 degrees your low. Nashville, Chicago, and Minnesota will be seeing showers early, starting to clear out throughout the rest of the day. Throughout those areas, respectively, Minneapolis, St. Paul, 68 degrees your high, Chicago, 72, and Nashville, 84. For lows, the Twin Cities, 53 degrees, Chicago, 57, and Nashville, 65. As we move into the Northeast, this is where it's going to be a soaker. On Memorial Day, there, 68 degrees your high in Boston, 64 your low. 74 degrees your high in New York, 70 degrees your low, and 82 degrees your high in D.C., and 66 degrees your low. That is where the heaviest of the rainfall is going to be on Memorial Day. As we move into Atlanta, 85 degrees your high and 71 degrees your low. Going to be dealing with some showers on and off. Could see a thunderstorm or two in some spots there. Mostly going to be seeing those in the mid-afternoon hours as this storm system starts to push through. Although much of the heavier rainfall is going to stay off to your north, which is a good thing there. Miami, 91 degrees your high, 81 degrees your low. Once again, dealing with potentially an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, but that's about it. So a pretty decent weekend there in Miami, but really going to be seeing the best Memorial Day out west. So as we kick things off for summer, it's looking like a very active hurricane season like in my last video. Check that out in the cards above. But I hope you all enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you again soon.